Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here. Welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of May 10th. This will be the last week until the Mythic Plus fixed schedule is set. So starting next week, we will have all those going out. I'm sure you can game this week because there's only probably a few possible options that there could be for this week. But again, starting next week, we'll go through the Mythic Plus fixes, talk a little bit about them each week. The schedule will be set at least till the end of Season 3. So we'll get more into that next week. Let's talk about what's going on in-game this week. Unfortunately, not very much. We have a balloon festival event going on. Not really much to do there. More of a role-playing type thing or just something silly to do on an alt or whatever. But yeah, it's not. There's nothing to really be gained out of it or anything like that. So I did it one time to check it out, but nothing really to report back there. We also have the pet battle bonus event going on. Obviously, if you're into pet battles, pet collecting, or achievements regarding pets or whatever, this could be interesting for you. But for most players, probably, again, not the most exciting thing. And then the only other thing going on this week is a PvP Brawl, Warsong Scramble, which is actually a really great way if you still don't have, if you still do not have your rep maxed out for Warsong Gulch. This is actually a really good way to get rep with the Warsong Scramble. So, unfortunately, that's about it going on in-game this week. There's not much going on at all. Last week, we got lucky. There was a lot of Season 4 news that came out. It looks like the developers are, continuing to, communicate and keep us updated. So, there could be even more Season 4 news coming out. And, obviously I'll do videos just like I did last week on Season 4 stuff. I'm looking forward to it right now. It looks pretty fun. And yeah, so I'll be looking out for that. Looking out for anything to do with Season 4. Obviously, Dragonflight Alpha. Everyone kind of has their radar up for that. Because, they don't put out a ton of alpha keys. So, I by no means am I, guaranteed or even likely to get an alpha key. But I am, of course, hoping I will. And so I'm definitely hoping that I can get some alpha play. And for that, number one, I'll be testing out Ret Paladin stuff. And then number two, I'll just be testing out the new types of systems, whatever's available to test, and seeing how it is and reporting back to everybody there if I were to get alpha. Which, again, there's no guarantee of that whatsoever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it either way. I'll be reporting on it or, giving out information that other people are getting from their experiences and giving my take on it or whatever, no matter what. The good news is too, things like talents or whatever, that will, once it's released into the game files, they'll have a calculator up on Wowhead and stuff like that. So you'll be able to test the talents, not actually play with them, but see what they do and stuff, even if you don't have alpha access. So that's kind of cool too. So everybody, that's kind of up on everybody's radar. Any content creator, anybody who's looking forward to Dragonflight, that's kind of up on your radar right there. Definitely looking forward to that. So yeah, kind of looking forward right now with nothing big going on in game at the moment. Everyone's kind of looking forward to see what Season 4 is going to look like. Looking forward to Dragonflight Alpha. Other than that, personally, I've been kind of playing on alts, especially this week with it being the Necrotic week. Couldn't really just do a bunch of Mythic Plus. It's really hard to find groups, especially on Alliance side. Pre-cross faction that we're still in here. I'm sure it was harder to find it on Horde as well, but dang near impossible to find good groups on Alliance on this week just because nobody wants to do it. Rightfully so. I mean, I got into one group that fell apart immediately because it was just, the Grievous was just, it was rough. It was rough on that poor tank, I'm going to tell you that. So, and the group was fairly solid. It wasn't the best group ever, but it was something that if it was a fixed thing, I think it would have been fine. So, yeah, that was a little bit rough. So I've been playing on some alts a lot, just kind of having fun with my alts. One thing I wanted to point out too is I might be streaming. I'll probably stream it on YouTube just because it might be easier for anybody who's subscribed to me, and I'm not looking to get famous or make something big deal out of it. But I might be streaming some really casual WoW content, playing with my cousin here in the near future. Might be leveling some Horde characters, so I'm an only Alliance player. My only real Horde characters are ones that I boosted with you buy Shadowlands and you get a boost to whatever 120 or whatever it was, because it was before the level switch happened. So that's pretty much my only experience with Horde, is like using a free boost on it that you get from buying the expansion. So I might be doing like just some casual streaming. If you want to come by and chat with me, and my cousin technically, you feel free to do so. But we kind of want to just see what the storyline's like and stuff. So we might be doing that coming up shortly. So feel free, like I said, to come by and chat. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that's it, unfortunately. Hopefully more news. Last week I got to do a couple like news update videos. Rep Paladin stuff, obviously, it's just going to be hit or miss at this point. There's not a ton to go over. I know a lot of people want some Necro ret stuff, so I'm looking to do that basically because people want to see it. It's like I don't necessarily have a ton of time to do it at the moment, but I am looking to do that just because, I'm interested to see what it's like too. But I kind of want to like get that information out there. Maybe it sucks, compared to carrying at like if you're doing both at the highest level, but I at least want to try it out. And then I think I just feel like it's too late to do boss guides, like not boss guides, but like max DPS guides or whatever for bosses in Sepultura at this point. I just feel like it's too far into the raid tier for it to really matter. I know some people want that, but I don't know. I haven't completely rolled it out, but it's going to be a little bit rough. I mentioned in my last video, if you did catch my last video, perhaps not being able to raid going forward in this expansion. It does look like my guild's going to kind of hang in there for now. I am myself taking a leadership role in the guild as well. So again, that's going to make it even more hard to do stuff like that I'm not already doing. So a lot of my videos are, even my guides, right? So I do a lot of guides usually. And so I'll do a guide, but it's because it's something that I'm interested in doing anyways. So I'm doing it because I want to do it. And then I just make a guide about it. So it's going to be harder to, in just the near future, it's going to be harder to do content on things that I'm not doing just because I want to do them, instead of like, oh, this is good content, right? So that's going to be a little bit more difficult in the very near future, but it shouldn't be anything that's long term, so that'll be good. So as always, I do appreciate all the support that I get. If you want to support me and you are new here, you could please click subscribe. That is really nice and really helps me out a lot. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.